I swear I'm not actually a princess. It's just that I'm a very light sleeper and it bugs the crap out of me. So yeah, the slightest thing can wake me and it's incredibly frustrating. Today's video, I'm going to tell you how I, as a light sleeper, a very light sleeper, managed to sleep in my car when we go car camping in my Prius micro camper. Spoiler alert, not all of these things work for me. So I'm going to tell you some of the things that don't work as well as the things that do work. So stay tuned for that. Hello, internets! I'm back in my car again. Oops, my notes just fell off my lap. Let me try and sort this out so that you're not bouncing everywhere. So the things that I use to try to get to sleep as a light sleeper when I'm often camping in my car in places that aren't quiet, like especially if I am stealth camping on the street, it can be a bit noisy. So I'm going to tell you the things that work for me and the things that don't work for me. Headphones sort of work. If you have a good pair of noise cancelling headphones, or even a pair that aren't so good, sometimes even the cheapy ones will work okay. They can help as long as you don't mind having something on your head all night. If you sleep on your back, then chunky headphones like this might be okay for you, as long as they're a good fit. Otherwise, you might end up with a headache. I cannot wear headphones like that all night because I'm more of a side sleeper. On that note, I have found something that sort of does work. Now, these I backed with a Kickstarter ages ago, and they finally arrived. I've just lost my notes. Oh, there they are. Someone replacing my doors, and I think they're on the phone, so it's a bit noisy. Here's a thing that works for me. They are called Cocoon Night Buds, and they're the weirdest looking things. This bit here goes at the back of your head, and it's not super thick, so it sort of sits nicely down just the back of your neck. These little wires sit around the side of your head, and these, let's see if I can show you one, are the tiniest earbuds that I have ever come across. So that is how flat they are. They sit in your ear like that. Actually, I think that's the wrong side. They sit in my ear like that. They are kind of stupid expensive, and they're going towards a subscription model now where you can track your sleep with them. I've actually found the sleep tracking to be a bit crap, but I have found them good for feeding noise into my ears while I'm sleeping. That will help block out other noises. There's all sorts of white noise that you can put in it that comes with the app, but you can also put whatever sound you like through those. They connect via Bluetooth to whatever is feeding you music. And I have found those to be really good because I have the tiniest ear holes in the world. Maybe babies' ear holes are smaller than my ear holes. So most things that stick in my ears become uncomfortable in a very short amount of time, let alone when I am trying to sleep with them in my ears. It just doesn't work. But these have been the smallest ones I've found ever. So if you have tiny ear holes, Cocoon Night Buds, they might be worth a try for you. They have worked for me. I do find that the constant white noise, it does block out background noise, but having it directly in my ears is a little, it sort of disturbs me, it sort of doesn't. It probably depends what sort of background noise I'm trying to block out, because you can pick the various types of coloured noises you like to block out the noise around you. It sort of masks it, it doesn't block it out. So that sort of does work for me. It helps me get to sleep, but depending on the background noise that I'm choosing, when it's right in my ears like that, I find I still don't get the most satisfying sleep. on that note of listening to things, one thing I have found that does work, and I have discovered that these need a little bit of time. You need to get used to them. If it is going to work for you, maybe give it like a week or two of trying it to see if it works. Music to sleep to. If it's not directly in my ears, it's good. Like if I have something playing on my phone and I just put my phone to the side so I can hear it, but it's not like feeding right into my brain like that, I find that really good. I do have to be quite picky with the music I choose, because the music I've been choosing is specifically music designed to relax or sleep to. And if the levels are all over the place, it wakes me up. If it's too, the pitch goes up and down too much, it wakes me up. If the melody that's being played changes, it wakes me up. Because I'm lying there asleep, just zoning out to this music that I'm used to, and then suddenly the melody changes and it's like, what? But the more I listen to it, the more I think my brain remembers it and then relates that particular music to sleep time, and then I start to sleep. And that has been successful for me. If my mind is busy, and that's why I can't sleep, as opposed to noise, I have found sleep meditations to be really good. They help to quiet my mind a bit if I'm busy thinking about something and I just can't stop thinking about whatever it is. The sleep meditation makes a big difference, because they sort of talk you down into a sort of a sleepy state, and you're focusing on following whatever the sleep meditation is telling you what to do, and I find that works really well. Again, you might want to try that for a couple of weeks, because as your mind gets used to it and remembers the way it all goes, you then start to associate that with sleep, and then it'll help you get to sleep. I have found that works well for me. I tend to find them on YouTube, and then if it's one that works for me, I download it, which you can do if you've got YouTube Premium. A stable connection can be a bit hard to find if you're out in the middle of whoop whoop. So if you download it, you should be able to access those downloads via YouTube Premium. Otherwise, record it some other way and keep it on your phone so that you don't need to use data and don't need a connection to access it. If you Google sleep meditation, you'll find heaps, I'm sure. There's bucket loads on YouTube. There's probably a heap on something like Spotify as well. I don't know, I don't use Spotify, but I dare say you would be able to find something like that. Sorry, excuse this wobbling around. I'm trying to find the best position for it. Another thing is darkness, of course. I have my window covers that I use. They're tucked down the back of the car there at the moment. They don't block out all the light. If you need it completely blocked out, then get darker window covers. At the front here behind me, I have a mover's blanket, which is sort of not super heavy, but it is sort of solid, and it blocks out light coming from the front windscreen. And if you still can't get completely dark, a sleep mask is good. Now, I have found the best ones is one by Manta Sleep. Let's try and keep that upright. Manta Sleep is the one that I find really good. This is the old style one. They have a different one, which I upgraded to, which is this one. I can't remember what it's called. Manta Sleep Fancy. It's not called Fancy, it's called something else. It's got slightly different shape. It's a bit more airy. You can sort of see how that's sort of foam stuff, so it's not as hot. Alexis mostly uses this older one now. She finds it really good. And it's got these eye cups. This particular one is good for side sleepers, because the eye cups sort of disappear to almost nothing on the side of your head. Though I did find these original ones really good as well when I first got them, and they're still great. So the eye cups mean that it's like not a flat piece of fabric that's going right across your eye, and every time you blink your eyelashes go over it. It feels like you are just in complete darkness, because you can't feel anything touching your eyes. In fact, there has been more than one occasion where I've opened my eyes, tried to, I've been like touching my phone to get the screen to light up, and I go, what's wrong with my phone? Why isn't it lighting up? And I've forgotten that I've been wearing the sleep mask, because it's that comfortable. You might find ordinary sleep masks fine for you, and that's great because they're a hell of a lot cheaper. Another thing that I have found is helpful is a pillow over my head. Now, I don't like having my mouth covered, so I sort of put the pillow, I sleep on my side, and I put the pillow so that one edge of it is here and the rest is all the way out there, and that way I'm not sort of blocking my breath and having it come back to me feeling like I'm suffocating. Some people can put a pillow like right over the top of their head, and I don't know how they can do that. If that works for you, great. If I'm lying on my back, I then put the pillow just over my eyes and sort of try and sort of tuck it down around here, and that helps to block light and noise. But if you're a side sleeper, it works because the pillow's right over your ear. One thing I have found interesting is that a memory foam pillow works better at blocking noise than a normal pillow with sort of polyfill type stuff in it. Even if it's one of those memory foam ones with the tiny little pieces in it, so the little memory foam chips that fill it so it feels like a polyfill pillow, I have found those to be really good. They block noise far better, and still not even close to 100%, but they block noise far better than the usual soft, smudgy polyfill pillow. So there's a tip for you. I think that covers everything that does help me. Things that have not worked for me. You know those cheap sleep headphones that are in a headband? You wear them across here and it's like a sports sort of like sweatband thing. Not comfortable. Maybe the more expensive ones are better. I did not try the more expensive ones. Mostly I just didn't like the feel of having the headband on my head while I was trying to sleep. And it was warm. It was a bit too hot. So if you're in a hot place, it might not work for you. I also found that the little, even though the speaker things that sit sort of near your ears are sort of round, when I was sleeping on my side, that side would really hurt because they're not that flat. As I said, maybe the expensive ones are flatter, so they might be better. Earplugs. Everyone suggests earplugs. Even the earplugs for the tiniest ears I find really uncomfortable, and they give me a headache if I'm wearing them all night. So I sleep because I'm blocking out noise, but then I wake up with a headache. So it's not so great. Foam plugs. Where are they? I'll put them here somewhere. Uh-oh. No, there they are. I'm not going to take these out because you've all seen foam earplugs, and also I don't know if you can see through the packet. They're really grody. I do wear these in a pinch if I don't have any other choice because they do squash down small, but I still find them really uncomfortable in my ears even though they're squashed down to almost nothing. And even the foam plugs that are designed for small ears, same deal. I still find them really uncomfortable, and it's just that constant pressure in my ear hole pushing outwards all night, and I still wake up with a headache. Okay, there's a couple of things I have not figured out in my car, because when I sleep in my car, when I'm camping in it, there's a couple of things that I can do in the car that do make noise. In my last video, I spoke about how I can have the climate control, the aircon, operating in the car all night if I want to. The thing with the hybrid, though, is that when you have the air conditioning running, the heating or the cooling, the car engine turns itself on periodically to keep the battery charged up. And the car turning on and off, it wakes me. It's not terribly loud, but I also feel the vibrations, sort of I hear/feel them, and that wakes me up. And then when I wake up from the car turning on, I'm sort of lying there partly awake, and then instead of going, oh, now I'll just get used to the engine noise, I kind of lie there going, the engine noise is going to stop any minute and it's going to wake me up. So then I can't get back to sleep because I'm waiting for the engine noise to stop again. The other thing is the fridge, the 12-volt fridge does wake me when the compressor turns on and off. My Brass Monkey fridge does it less so than my more expensive Dometic fridge. The Dometic fridge has a slightly different type of compressor. Don't ask me what type. I can't remember. Somebody said, oh, this one has that and the other one has this other type. Can't remember. But they're slightly different in the way that they turn on and off. The Dometic was kind of a bit of a sudden sound, and that would wake me. The Brass Monkey, it sort of builds up a bit more slowly when the compressor turns on and off. And so that didn't wake me, which was really nice. That's it. They're the tips that I have. They're the things that work for me. They're the things that don't work for me. If you have any ideas, please share them in the comments. If you're a light sleeper, it doesn't matter whether you're car camping or out camping or just in your own bed or sleep next to someone noisy or sleep in a noisy neighborhood. If you have any tips, please share them, because I'm sure there will be others who would love to hear your ideas, and anything you can do to help a light sleeper is helpful. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you to all my subscribers. Please like this video if you liked it. Hit the thumbs up. And please subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps my channel grow. And that's it for today. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.